Recording. All right, so good evening to you all once again. I'm DorisAngel. Most of you know me, a Ghanaian residing in Germany. So nice to have you all to our back office training. So today we are going to look at the Royal Q app. Now I know some of us are new, others who are old, but they are not used to navigating through the Royal Q app. Okay. For instance, if I ask you, do you have more fuel fee? The person will be like, what? What do you mean? Where do I get the fuel fee? How do I check it? Okay. So today we are going to do that. And I'll take some time and teach you how to pick up a signal if there is a signal. Okay. In our team, the new people who join, especially those who do not have time, I put them on a cycle trade. Okay, cycle simply means the robots will be buying and selling some particular coins over and over again. It can be one, it can be two, it can be more coins depending on your capital. Okay. All right, so let us do a little uh new user orientation. So when you log in with your email address and your password, you would see an interface like this. Okay. We have the home button, we have the strategy, the circle, the news, and the mine. But before that, you would see that there is a big announcement. Okay. And this is a new announcement which was published just yesterday, 15th of July 2025. What is it announcing about? So Royalty is trying to let us know that they are going to change the ranking system. Okay. At first, we used to have 6 ranks. Now they are limiting it to 4, and they've loosened it a bit. Previously, for you to get to the last rank, which is the global partner, okay, you need to have 20 direct people under you. Then 3 lines should be on the 5th level. Then you need a total of 1,500 to be able to get to a global partner. But now they have made it a bit, what's the word to use? Rabbi, my English, my encyclopedia, what's the word to use? They've softened it a bit, okay? So we have the conditions. You must get directly more than 20 or exactly 20 users who should use your link. Then in team total, either 800 or more than 800. So it's no more 1,005 again. Okay, that is all. Now, this is where the confusion comes in. In team each month. Now, some people are thinking every month you have to produce 800 different people. No, just make sure that if you want to still maintain this rank, that 800 will not depreciate, or the 20 valid users will not depreciate. Once it doesn't depreciate, you are still on that rank. Okay, I hope that is clear. So I'll not really go into details. Take your time and read through it. If it's something you do not understand, you can ask me, or just ask openly on the page so that we can uh, address it. Then other people can also learn from it. Okay, the second to the last rank. Okay, now there's something we call pool bonus that they'll put all together and distribute it. Okay, out of the 120 that we will activate, 15 will be set aside. Then they add it all together, so the whole world, everybody using Royal Q. Okay, we have team in Brazil, not crypto ambassadors team, but I mean Royal Q is all over. Okay, so everybody that is activating, they'll put some monies down. Then at the end, they will share it daily. Okay, depending on the rank that you are. So these are all the details. Okay, just take your time, read it. If you have any questions or any suggestions, you can suggest it to Royal Q. Okay. All right. So once you've read the announcement, you just close it so that you can have the full screen to yourself. Okay. So we'll look at the home button. Now, at my top left corner, these are the 9 different crypto exchanges you can connect to your Royal Key robot. Now, some people might be new, so some of the terminologies I'll need to break it down a bit. So, my old comers, kindly pardon me, okay? All right. So, these are crypto exchanges. What do we mean by crypto exchanges? Crypto exchanges are simply platforms where one can buy crypto, one can sell, one can convert from crypto to fiat or fiat to crypto. If we say fiat, what do we mean by fiat? Fiat are our native currency. Like in Ghana, we spend the Ghana cedis. In Europe, we spend the euro. In Britain, we spend the Great Britain pounds. In South Africa, South African rands. In Uganda, Uganda shillings. Okay, we call them fiat. So you can convert crypto to fiat or fiat to crypto. Then you can also trade on the crypto exchanges. Okay, so these are the exchanges, and this is where your trading capital is. So therefore, when the robot sells for you and give you profits, the profit also goes into your crypto exchange. I hope that is clear. Now, withdrawing of your crypto trading profits, you can withdraw it at any time. Just that we advise most people to compound, especially those who do not have enough trading capital. Because with the power of compounding, you make a lot of money. Okay. Those who have the compounding interest, you can check with the compounding calculator and you understand the power of compounding. But it's not compulsory. If you have $100 or $200, you traded and you made a profit of $5 or $3 or $1, you can withdraw it without anyone's permission. All right, now let us go to the top right corner. You can see there are some red dots beside there. Okay, there are informations, meaning there are unread messages. Now, with the Royal Key, we have the security log that anytime you log into your account, the system will detect it that you have logged in with so and so device. They even go ahead to add the operating system because maybe someone might be entering into your account with the same device, but maybe the operating system might differ a bit. Okay, so the IP address is also there for you to know if truly you are the one or not. Another type of message we should expect at the security log is withdrawals. Okay, anytime you make external withdrawals, you get a notification under the security log that withdrawal successful. And once you open it up, you would see the amount being withdrawn, the date, and the time. I hope that is clear. I don't have any on this one. I would have showed you guys. So is that clear to this point? Am I moving so fast? Don't be so confused. You know, some people try to, I don't know if it's my voice that is confusing. Have you gotten it to this step before I ride on? I ride on. All right, let us continue. Now, the next button is the notification bell. Now, the notification bell displays important messages. If Royal Q system or the Royal Q app wants to communicate to us, it does it through the notification bell. So it's so important for us to pay attention. Now, when I tapped on the bell, it brought the news tab. Then there are other two messages below it, the system and the order. Now, what do we see under the system message tab? We see messages like if you are running out of fuel fee, the system will alert you that, hey, your fuel fee is running low. It's below 10. Once it gets below 2, your robot will stop working. It will pause the strategy. Okay, it cannot buy if it's supposed to buy. Neither will it sell for you if it's supposed to sell the asset you are trading. Okay, so they'll alert you. You see, some people they'll wait and let the thing finish, then pauses their trade before they'll be like, what's happening? Nothing is happening. No. Then you ask them, do you have fuel fee? They'll go and check. They don't have. Okay, so it pauses the trade. Now, another type of message you can see is, for instance, if the money you are trying to use to purchase is not there, let's assume you have $100, By your first buying amount, you made it 1,000. You get a message like this, that what is happening? You are not having insufficient money in your exchange, so deposit. But once you remember that, I'm not having 1,000, I rather went to type 1,000, you just clean 10 and remain whatever amount you intended to purchase with. Okay. Another type of message we can also see is if someone joins with your link, okay, someone joins under you, you see a notification, a new user has joined through your link or your invitation code, okay, just to alert you that, hey, someone new has joined. If someone comes into your house, you must know, right? So that is another way of informing you that someone has joined in your team. I think that is all we can see under the system message. And if you've opened more margin calls, those of us trading on the spot market, if you have like 100 margin calls and the robot only bought 50, it wants to buy the 51st margin call, but you don't have enough USDT, it would send you a notification that, hey, your margin call has stopped due to insufficient funds. So you need to deposit and open the transaction page and switch on the margin call so it can continue from where it's left off. All right, now the next tab is the order message. Order, like you are ordering food or you are ordering stuffs online. Okay. So anytime the robot purchases means the robot buys or sells, it alerts you under the order message. Okay. Uh this is a futures signal, like a futures order message, okay, not spot. So that is why you see the perpetual beside it. The name of the coin is Thousand Bonk, and close long means I longed the market. Long means like the market is going up. You are predicting the market to go up. But short means you are predicting the market to go down. So close means it has closed the trade. Now, the transaction price at which is sold at is allocated there. Wow, BTC went up again. 3,353 soskets. Okay. Quantity, the quantity that it sold for you, you would see it. This is 7,500 quantity of the 1,000 bonk. And the profit rate is the percentage rate at which it's sold at. So let's assume I placed $1,000 on this signal. If I'm making 1.247%, how much would that be? That would be my take home profit. I hope that is clear. Okay. All right. So this is a buy. This is a buy. Let's scroll down and see if, okay. So this is also another coin, Kati, close short. This one was 1.569%. Okay. Then another short, it bought. So yes, that is the order message. This is where you get your notification. So someone is like, oh, I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know whether my robot is buying or selling. I don't know anything. I'm just there. Please, the notification is under the notification bell. Okay. When you come to your Royal Q app, on the home button, top right corner, this is the bell. Once you see a red dot, it means you have an unread message. Check the system message and move to the other message. I hope this part is also clear. Can I continue? Type 1 in the chat if you are following me, please. Please type 1 in the chat if you are following. Hmm. All right, thank you. So, yes, over here you would see some announcements. Once you're interested, you can just tap on it and you would read more. Okay, so Royal Key has a web version where you can shortcut it on your device. There are some devices that they can't download the app, so you can shortcut the web version so it looks like the app on your device. Okay. Then we have the AI margin call. Most of you know what it does. We have the indicators, okay, the trading indicators. We have the RSI, the KDJ, the MACD. This one there, I'll not take you to that level so that I don't confuse you. So this place is like some sort of adverts. Once you are interested in reading any information, you just tap on it. Like for instance, this advisor system fully upgraded. If I tap on it, I'll be able to see what they mean by start a new era of quant trading and reach. So I'll get all the informations under this latest announcement that we have. Okay. So all these announcements, we all need to read through and get ready. Okay. So that is it. Let's go back. Now, this place, there are announcements. Okay. Announcements from the Royal Q app. Now, to get the full details, you tap on these three lines over there. Then you'll be able to see the latest announcement, which comprises of the new listens and the removal notice. What do we mean by removal notice? So, we are trading on the exchanges, but with the help of the Royal Q robot. The robot is the one doing the work for you on your exchange. Okay. Like how we have our washing machines. What do they do for us? They wash our laundry for us. But we don't just put the laundry in front of the machine and say, hey, machine, can you do the washing? No. You need to first sort it out, put it in, know which degrees to wash at, how the quantity of detergent to use. Okay, then you program it, then it will start washing. The same with the Royal Q robot. Okay, so the exchanges, the coins that we trade can be found on the exchanges. So if an exchange is removing a coin because it's performing poorly or they've suspected something fishy about that crypto coin, they delist it, they remove it so that traders will not continue to invest in such coins. So that is where you see all the removal notice. Any coin that is being delisted, we use the word delisting or removing. Removing is the layman's terminology. Okay. So, like for instance, these coins, they are removing them. Beer, Vimos, Epic, Fight, Grok, some funny coins. Okay. In our team, I always encourage my team members to go in for coins with good market dominance. What do I mean by that? Let us go to Coin Market Cap. If you don't have Coin Market Cap, I'll urge you to go and download it because it is an app that helps you to track cryptocurrencies, to get news about them. Okay, you can know the all-time low, all-time high on a particular coin, all on the crypto dot how do you call it? The coin market cap. You can also see the best crypto exchanges based on their ranks. Okay. So looking at these coins here, I think this is the top 100. Okay. Top 100. Now, each coin and the rank, BTC there, it has always been number one. BTC has always been number one, followed by Ethereum, then XRP. Then we have USDT is a stable coin. If we say a stable coin, it means you can use this to trade other volatile coins. Okay, meaning this one, if it's one USDT, is always one. Like it doesn't fluctuate that today it will be 50 cents, tomorrow it will be 20 cents. No, it's at one. Okay, most of the time. All right. Then we have BNB, Solana, Doge, Dogecoin. How many of you know the richest man in this world? Can you type it in the chat? Who is the richest man on Earth, on planet Earth? Who is the richest man? If you don't know it, that's your homework. Who is the richest man? Please type it. Who is the richest man? Oh, I shouldn't. You people are wrong. Those say Elon Musk, you're all wrong. I didn't want some people to answer, but you guys were so fast. Okay, so those of you who do not know the richest man on planet Earth, it is Elon, the owner of Twitter, formerly the owner of now X. Okay, he's Elon. Do you know he has a crypto coin? If you don't know, I'm telling you tonight. His coin's name is Doge coin. Okay, and look at the rank. Number eight. Number eight. We all know President Trump, right? He also has his coin. What's the name of his coin? Who knows the name? Who knows the name of his coin? Hey, Rabbi. Rabbi, you're a teacher. You not answer in my class again. You not answer again. So Trump, the name of Trump's coin is called Trump. The president is called Trump, and his the coin's name too is Trump. Okay, so that is it. On number 52. Okay, so this is it. The all-time high was 75, all-time low 1.2, and it's rank 52. Okay, so yes, this is where you'll be able to track coins to see their performances. Okay, you don't just jump onto any coin just because you want to make money in crypto. You need to know which assets to invest in. All right, let us continue. So these are removal. Okay, when you go to the removal notice, you would see all the coins that has ever been delisted before. Then we go to new listens. So with the new listens, anytime new trading pairs are added on the exchange, Royal Q also add them. So those who want to trade it could trade it. Okay. So Binance recently, 26th of May, AGT, BUSDT, CVC, soon Cookie, B Syrup. Okay, so you can see the exchange and the coins that were actually added. And Royal Key has gone ahead to illustrate how to add those coins. You tap on the home, you tap on the coin management tab, then you can add it. But I need to make sure you have the respective um updates. Okay, it's updated to this version before you be able to get this new coins. So that is it about the new listens. Then the latest announcement. It comprises of both the removal notice, the new listens, and the announcement itself. Okay, so that is it. The latest one we had was on the 15th of July, which is the advisory system design and the transition period. Okay, so let's move out of announcement. A lot of people miss this. They are like, what is happening? I'm seeing this. Like, and the funny aspect is people that they call themselves leaders, they don't pay attention to the app. So they saw the news on the leaders group. We were discussing about it. And someone's like, what's happening? What's happening? I'm like, go and check your announcement. You see what is happening. Okay, so as users of the app, let's make it a habit to be checking. I always say if Royal Q is saying they are dashing out 100 USDT, a lot of people will miss it, like 90%. Because there are some people that they don't even open the announcement tab. They only hear it from their app lines. They don't also read in the group chats. So they miss out a lot of vital informations. Okay. Now, we'll not look at API binding. Saturday we'll look at it, but let's go to profit details. So profit details. Someone is wondering, is the robot okay? Today is 16th. Where is the date? 16th of July. And how come 17th of July is here? Is everything okay with your robot, madam? I think you have to change your robot. I was just laughing at someone on one of the groups when he was complaining so bitterly. I think there's a problem with my robot. I don't know what's happening to my robot. Ah, we are on this date. It gave me profit for the next day. Should I delete the robot? Did I get the right robot? I was just rolling on the floor laughing. That won't you even keep quiet on it? Will you get that you started making for the profit for the next day when you haven't yet entered into the next day? Charlie, we the networkers, we call it flex. We market with this point that hey, will you get that you started earning for the next day when you haven't yet entered into the next day? So why do we experience this? is because the Royal Q app uses the Singapore time, UTC plus 8. So if you don't find yourself in a continent that uses UTC plus 8, then you'll be making profit for the next day, though you haven't yet entered into the next day. I hope that is clear. Okay? Is that clear now? So if you see something like that, don't panic. Don't think, hey, my robot is working too much, or what's happening? Don't be scared. Don't panic. It's perfect. Okay. Now you know the reason. Okay. The bottom here, what is it used for? To forward this page. Like I want to share with a prospect that, oh, my dear, though my capital is not enough, but at least today I made $5. Today I made $30. Today I made $2. Okay. You just tap on the bottom and you share. Okay. If it's profit analysis, you also want to share. Hey, what's happening to my throat? I think because of too much talking, I need to be taking vitamin C like my water. Okay? Instead of taking real water. Good. So, yeah, you can forward the profit analysis as well. Like if I forward it here, they would see if it's the currency profit too, because I'm trading on the futures on this account. So if I forward it, they would see it. Okay, you don't need to screenshot. There are some people, they are complaining, hey, I don't have space on my device, so I don't like taking screenshots. Okay, so that is it. Now let us go back. So that is the profit details. Now let me mention something about the profit details. You can see that every day and how much I make. It's not a fixed amount that with $1,000 there, you'll be making 100, or 200 daily. No, we do not control the market. Last 2 weeks, BTC was playing around 112,000. What did we see this week? BTC went as high as 123,000. So that is why in this business, if someone asks you, how much do you think I can make with this amount? You don't give any approximate figure. But what we give is in percentage wise that, oh, it's possible for you to make between 0.5 to 5% of whatever amount you used in the trade. Simple as that. Simple as that. We have entered into the next day, right? Let's see which coins gave this profit. Only 1,000 bonk I traded. I can check it from the notification bell. So it gave me 1.2 already. At the end of the day, which will be tomorrow, 3 p.m., right? Yeah, tomorrow, 3 p.m., the system will refresh. I'll show you how much exactly I made for the day in percentage wise, not in monetary, in percentage wise. Once you see this, you are going to value the Royal Key robots. Oh, wow. There's no way my bank can give me 10% a day, 20% a day. Let's look at one of my team members in Germany here. She's also trading. Leader Joy. Where is she? Yeah. 28.95%. She said in less than 48 hours, gave 28.95. Now, it doesn't mean always this will happen. Now, where we are in the industry, we are in the bull run, pre-bull run season. Okay, the bull run has just started. But some years back, 2022, we were bleeding. BTC was down. It went as down to 15K. And today is around 123. I hope you understand the business. Okay, so this is it. Now let's go back to where we were. So profit details. So all I'm trying to let you know that the profit we make is based on the market movement. Now, when the market is down, you see a lot of people, they are sad, they are crying, they are panic selling. Like a lot of things is happening to them. But me, when the market goes down, I jubilate a lot. I'm excited because that is the only time I can buy at the cheapest price. So I can buy more down. Then once the market starts going up, the cheap ones it bought for me, it will start to sell. Then it's like it sells off. Then like you feel good. But if you don't buy more of the cheaper price, when the market starts to go up, how much will you sell? You will sell only small quantity. Hope you understand. So this is the profit rate. When you tap on it, you'll be able to see the coin that gave you the profit, the fuel fee that was deducted. Now, what is fuel fee? Royal Q says that whatever profit you make, you take the profit, oh, but we'll take 20% of the profit. Okay. They are not taking 20% from your trading capital. Don't get it wrong. Okay. Let me see if I can get some picture here. I always like to chip in stuffs. Where can I get this? Let me see. This is 40%. So it means I'm taking home 2,709 plus 1,086. There's another one that I wanted to show. Let me see. I think that picture is here. Hold on. Mm. There are a lot of pictures. Pardon me, okay? I'm just referring to you. That is how I teach. I show you, I move. Who can locate that picture? Okay, I've seen it. So yes, this is pan coin. Position amount 2,682 USDT. Then this is the unrealized profit. It's not real profit. Why is it not real profit? Because the robot has not sold it, or the person who is trading it has not yet sold it. It becomes real profit when it's sold. Now look at this returns. 283.22%. Our banks cannot give us these returns, not even in 3 years or 4 years. Forget it. So you are taking home this money plus this. But Royal Q says you pay 20% of this, of the profit. But because they cannot come into your Binance to take it, that is why you are entitled to be adding fuel fee on your Royal Q app. So the 100% profit there, it's in your exchange already, but you pay 20% of that as fuel fees. Does that make sense? It's good, right? Because the company has to survive. They have to pay we, the marketers, as well, right? So, yes, that is it with the profit details. If you want the profit analysis, this one gives you a graphical illustration of the coins you've traded in percentage wise for you to see that, oh, this coin called MAV, I made 12.2% from it. This called coin KNC, 11.6. Okay, you're able to see it in that order. Then the currency profit will give you how much in USDT. You can see. Someone is asking, these figures, how do I know? Is it Ghana cedis or euro or what? This is the equivalent, like in USDT. So 33 USDT, 31.25 in that order. I hope that is clear. Yeah. So if you're not using Binance, you are using HTS, you tap on HTS to see the results. Okay. That is why there is a drop down arrow beside there. So let's move out of profit details and go to assets. So this is where you would see the fuel fees that have been deducted. And if you are someone who is already sharing the opportunity, your earnings also come to the assets. Okay. All right. So let's move to invite friend. Sharing of the opportunity, I always say it is not compulsory by force. But if you feel like, because you are not selfish, because you know sharing is caring, Okay, because if someone had not shared with you, you wouldn't have also gotten it. You just come to invite friend on the home button, tap on invitation link. Don't copy the code, because on the Android store and on the Google Play Store, the royal queue there, some are fake. So for you to be on a safer side, copy the invitation link, share it with the person. I know people who did. I know. It's not you who teach me anything. I know everything, my dear. Relax, relax. I'm not dumb. Only for them to go and deposit their hard-earned money on the fake Royal Q app, and they lost it. There's nothing Royal Q can do because it's not their fault. You were like, you know, made you lost money. Okay. So always copy invitation link, share it with the person, let them tap on the link, then they'll register through the website. After that, they are redirected to another page where they tap on the download button. It sends them to their appropriate store, App Store, Android Store, or Google Play Store to download the authentic app. Invite friends, refer friends, and we win together. Okay? All right. So as we are talking here, people are making profits. People are making profits. You can see your profit is there, my profit is there. Okay, this is 1,000 bonk. It's still selling for some people. This is spot 0.90%, but you don't see how much, like on what money the person made it on. This is 1%. Sometimes you see 100%, 400%, 40%, 50%, whatever percent. All of us, our profits is being shown there. Now you can see that the email address are being protected. Okay, nobody, the system does not reveal your full email address. Okay, because of security reasons. All right. This is the coin management tab. If you want to add new coins, you tap on it, you go to sports, then you tap on all, then you can add. Okay. But we are not adding any coins for now. It's for the new users. Even the old users, if there are any new trading pairs, we can add them. All right. Now, the search button, what do we use the search button for? This search here, what do we use it for? To search for coins. Wow. Bonk is bonking. So the person who shared bonk 29% by now, the person is around 50% because you can see it's going parabolic. It's dancing. Okay. Let us go to the signal group. All right. So when you go to the signal group, you have to make sure that you go to the announcement page. Okay, not the chat. So today, 7:05 a.m., signal was dropped. 7:10 a.m., another was dropped. Jupe and FXS. Okay. Now, this is where you are able to use the search button. Make sure you're on the spot, then use the search. So I'm on the spot because it's a signal for sports and not futures. So I tap on the search. But when I tap on the search, we have favorites and we have all. Now, favorites, the coins that you have traded on before, or even if you have not traded it, but you have saved trade settings in it, you see it under favorites. So as you can see, it's only bonk that is being searched here. So I'll go to all. I'll switch it to all. Then what's the name of the first signal? Yeah, FXS. So I tap on it. Then what next? This is just necessary precaution. Then I'll click on I understand. Tap on create. Then I choose the martingale strategy bot because that is what we are using. We are not using the grid bot. And I tap on create because it's already there. Then another risk precaution, I can tap on don't remind me again. I understand. Now, what do we do? You can see below, there are no trade settings. Everything is showing 000. So I tap on trade settings here. When I tap on it, it might be on smart create. I'll bring it to manually create. Then what do I do? Now you can see some figures here. First buying amount 15. AI margin call is turned on. Margin call is 7. This is the Royal Q default settings. Once I save it, it means I want to use Royal Q setting. But the question I need to ask myself is, the trading capital that I have, can it sustain, or would it suit the Royal Q settings? How do I verify that? My first buying amount is 15. What do we mean by first buying amount? It simply means this is the amount the robot you use to buy initially. You can increase it or lower it to 5. You can lower it more than 5. All right. So what next? I'll first go to margin configuration to see the settings there. Now, what is margin call drop? Margin call drop simply means when you enter into the trade, it's possible for the trade to drop in value instead of it going up. Sometimes you can enter into a trade, it doesn't buy any of your margin calls, it quickly goes up and sell. Sometimes too, it will go down a bit to buy your margin calls before it will go up again to sell everything. So Royal Q setting is saying when the coin drops, when the price of the coin drops 4%, it should buy 2 times. 2 times of what? Of our first buying amount. And what is our first buying amount? Our first buying amount is 15. So 2 times 15 will give us what? 30. The next one, the same. Next one, the same. Now, when we multiply 2 times 15 alone is 30. And what is 4 times 15? Do you have the mathematicians here? What is 4 times 15? 60. 60 plus 30 will be what? 90. Plus my initial 15 that bought for me. How much would that be? 105. Meanwhile, your trading capital is 50. So ask yourself, this Royal Q setting, will it suit your $50? No. So it means this setting is a no-no for you. But rather, what we'll do is we'll adjust it to suit your $50. Every newcomer that joined the business, we take you through those steps. Okay, we set your trade up for you. Now, let's forget about the ones that we set for you. Let's assume you want to enter into this one-shot signal. What would you do? We've searched for the name of the coin. Now, at the top here, we have what we call my template. Choose a strategy setting. So I'm going to first tap on it. Then what do? I would get a settings that suits the instructions here. Royal Key say I should trade this coin at a take profit of 3. My most important is the drop. It has to be 15% drop. What does a drop means? The drop is the margin call drop. We just shortcut it like that. Okay. So though this is a futures trade settings I created, but it has 15% drop. So I can use this settings in this trade. Okay. And you can see this is 5% drop. So I use the 15. So I tap on it. Once I click on it, the settings will come into this trade. Look at the margin configuration. It has changed. Okay. Now, my most important is when I add this to this, I should get 15 or more than 15. It shouldn't be less. Now, someone will ask that, oh, why didn't you just write 15 here? If I write 15 here, it means I'm instructing the robot to wait until the coin drops by 15% at once before it should buy. Now in crypto, you don't experience this during this period. You experience something like a 15% drop in during the bearish season. Okay, that the coin will just drop drastically. So with this, I'm going to set it this way. Now when it drops a little bit, it should buy a little. Drops again, it should buy a little. Okay, so when we add this from here to here, it will give you 15. 0.5 plus 0.5, what will it give you? Someone is calculating very hard. That is just 1. Then 1 plus 1 will give us 2%. Plus 1.5. 2 plus 1.5 will give us what? 3.5. 3.5 plus 2.5 will give us what? 6. 6 plus 6 will give us what? 12. 12 plus 3.5 will give us what? 15.5. So the 15% drop is checked. Now where you have to check is this place. Now your capital will determine your multiple buying ratio amount. You can put 1 time. 1 means whatever you have as your first buying amount. So let's assume 5 USDT is my first buying amount. And I have 1 throughout. 1 times 7 will give us what? 7. 7 times 5 will give us what? 35. Plus my first buying amount of 5 will give us what? 40. So it means out of my $50, 40 will enter into the trade. I will left with 10 as a remainder. Okay, this 10 remainder, you can use it to add more margin calls, at least 2, if the coin should go the other direction. But if it doesn't, your 10 is still there. I hope that is clear. Okay. Now, I've explained the first buying amount. Let me explain the strategy mode. So there are 3 types of strategy modes we have in Royal Q. Whole warehouse mode, sub-bean mode, real-time settlement. They all have its own purposes. Whole warehouse mode will sell in whole, either part of the cake or all of the cake in whole. So if you are going to be using a lot of margin calls and you want to be making profit whilst you are still in the trade, it's not advisable to use whole warehouse mode. It's advisable to use the last mode, which is called sub-bean mode, real-time settlement. But the middle one, which is the sub-bean mode, you use this mode if you're on a floating loss. That brings us to the next question. What is floating loss? Floating loss is simply the depreciation in value of the asset you entered. You entered when the asset was being sold at $5. Now the same asset's price has dropped from $5 to $2. The robot will never sell for you because the value has gone down. So the phase in which you find yourself within that depreciation, we call it floating loss. It's not real loss until you panic sell yourself. Don't behave like the Germans. They bought a lot of Bitcoin. And what did they do? They sold it off. When? Last year. When BTC got to, is it 55K? Where did it, where was it before they sold it? Oh, I think I didn't finish entering the signal. I'll continue, don't worry, you wait. They sold it at 54K. Me, I gave them 55. They sold it at 54K. Do you know how much Bitcoin they sold? 50,000 Bitcoin at 54K. It has cost them 3.1 billion. They've regretted selling quickly. Okay. So floating loss is part of the business. It's part of every trader's business. Okay. All right. So yeah, I've explained the different strategy modes. You put it on sub-bin mode if you're on a huge floating loss and you want to come out faster, because that mode uses the profits to draw the average price closer to the current price so it can sell faster. Now, enable opening double, meaning your first buying amount, if it is 15, it will use 30 to buy, but the margin calls, it will still continue to use 15 by your multiple buying ratios. Okay, so I'll turn it off. Then AI margin call. It's a unique uh, automatic or artificial intelligence call that it doesn't just trigger when your margin call drops, get to the accurate drop. Let's say your first call drop is 1%. The robot will not buy when it drops by 1%, but it will scan through the market and see if it's feasible for it to buy before it will buy. So when your AI margin call is on, it will not buy your margin calls very faster or at the time you were thinking it will sell because of your drops. Okay. So it's advisable to turn it off if you want it to buy your margin calls faster. Okay. Because the more it buys, the more money you make when it sells. So margin call limits, the maximum you can have is 999. The minimum you can have is 1. You cannot trade and say the margin call limit, you put 0 there. Impossible. But it's possible to put 1 and turn off the margin call so it doesn't initiate. Okay. All right. Whole position take profit ratio. On the signal that we were given, let's go back to the signal. On the signal that we were given, oh, where is the signal pages? Okay. So you can see the take profit for FXS is 3%. TP stands for take profit. I know the new members will be wondering, is TP someone's abbreviation's name or what? TP stands for take profit. We just short it like that. Okay. So now you know, you can jot it down so you don't forget next time. So I'll go to this place on the Royal Q app. Since they said the whole position has to be take 3%, I have to change my 1%. So I'll change it from 1 to 3. Then the whole position take profit callback. Let's see if it's in the signal. Yeah, it is here. TP callback. So it has to be 0.01. So it's already there. Now, what does it mean? This callback is what the robot will first initiate. If it's in profit, it will first trigger this percentage. If the market should go up by this percentage, it will add it to the 3%. But if the market should drop, it will deduct it from the 3%. So instead of getting 3%, you might get 2.98 or 2.89. Okay. It all depends on the market. Sometimes you can get more than the percentage you set it at. That is the work of the whole position take profit callback. If you put it on 0, once it hits that 3%, it will sell it at the 3%. It will not even wait. Okay. So that one, if there is room for you to make more profit, you can't, because your take profit callback is 0. And you cannot set it so high because you might miss out on chances as well. When we tap on the exclamation sign beside it, here, When you tap on it, it will tell you that the take profit callback settings for 1 to 4 position, that is the first to the fourth call. If it is set too low, it may be sold immediately and you may lose the opportunity to earn more income. If it is set too high, losses may occur. Please set the parameters according to your risk preference and strategy. ChatGPT will tell you do it zero point 0.3, and Royal Q2, their default settings is 0.3. Okay, but sometimes we adjust it to 0.01. Okay, I hope it's also clear. Buying callback too does the same thing, but this one, instead of rather selling, when it wants to buy your calls, it initiates that percentage before it purchases. Okay, then the distributed and take profit allocation. On the other page, we have whole how do you call it, whole position take profit ratio. That is for the 0 to the fourth call. But the calls that happen fifth call and above, we call it distributed and take profit allocation. Okay, so this one, 1.3 is the default one, but you can reduce it to 1%. You can also increase it. Okay, all right. So yeah, the advanced settings there, uh I'll not send you there unless you, the newcomers, you are grown to more. So these are called technical indicators. We have the RSI, the relative strength index. We have the MACD. We have the KDJ. They all serve its own purposes, and we have teachings on it if you want to use the indicators in your trade. Okay, but I'll not go there, so it will be too much for you. The only thing I'll show you here is the strategy period. Now, opposite of one shot is cycle. What does it mean? One shot means after the coin has sold off everything, it shouldn't buy the same coin. But cycle means after you have bought, still after you have sold, still buy the same coin. So the signals we get, they are one shot because it's like hit and run, hit and run. Okay, you are entering, taking profit, then you come out quickly because the direction is heading towards, will be doomed, will be going deeper. If you don't have money to sustain the calls, you fall in huge floating loss. Okay, so when you tap on it, we have cycle or one shot. So since this is a signal, I'm going to save this on a one shot. Now it doesn't end there. Why? Because in the signal, we have another instruction. We have looked at the drop, we have looked at this, we have looked at this, the name of the coin. The only thing we haven't looked at is the preset price. What does preset price means? Preset simply means you are buying, entering a price that the robot should buy at. Let me see the price there. 2.555. Good. So the price they gave us is 2.555. This coin is an old trade, okay? It has closed already, I'm sure. So if they gave you the preset to be this price, it meant the time they gave the signal, the price was higher than the preset price. Maybe the price would have been like 2.700, 2.700. Then you enter this price and the initial buying price. So when the price dropped from 2700, it will buy at this price. But currently, the price is on 2.515. Let's assume when they gave the signal, the preset price rather went higher than the current price. The current price dropped. In that scenario, you have to forget the preset price that was given in the signal and pick the current price. So that one, you don't type this price here. You just tap on activate. But once you come and the current price is higher than the preset price, you enter the preset price. Let me repeat it again. They gave you a preset price to be 2.555. It's higher than the current price. So you would rather choose to buy at the current price because our goal is buying low and selling high. That is on the spot market. So once I see it here, I just activate. But if it's in a situation whereby the current price is rather 2.55 and the preset price is 2.15, the current price has not yet dropped to this price. Our goal is to buy low and sell high. So I rather enter the 2.15 under the initial buying price. So I'll tap here, then I'll enter 2.555. That is what they gave in the signal. Okay, but this signal is old. I'm just using it for the announcement, for the teachings. Okay. So that is it. Then voila, you are good to go. Now, another thing I want to mention on the coins. Okay, I traded 1,000. Oh, let me look for another coin. Maybe Kati. So these ones are the trading view page, okay, for you to see the candle movement. We teach this every morning. If you are interested, you can join. Then you understand the MA stands for moving average. Then we have the Bollinger Bands. Then we have the volume. Then we have the MACD, the KDJ, the RSI, and so on and so forth. But we are not looking at that today. I want to bring you to fulfilled orders. The spot users also have fulfilled orders. When you tap on fulfilled orders, you'll be able to see the cycles that have completed for you on the trade and the total profit you have made, okay? And the maximum investment, whether there was a margin call or not, you would see it, okay? Then these two buttons here, I always say on Royal Q, even if you see a foot stop, a full stop, it means something. If you see an exclamation mark, it stands for something. It's just not there for beautification. I call this the SIM card, but it's called the log. And I call this the hanging calendar, but it's called the transaction record. Okay, so let's look at the log first. So with the log, it's just like the logbook, okay? Like when you go to work, you have to slot in your card so that they know that, hey, Doris is in the building, okay? It's the same with the trades. When you enter into the trade, whatever that happens, you would see it under the log. If the person stopped the trade manually and entered into earnings or something else, you would see everything under the log. So this place, if the person is lying about their trades, you catch them under log. If you change your trade settings, we'll see it under log. Now let's go to transaction record. So with the transaction record is where you would see how much the robot used in purchasing for you. Okay, this one, it's used 50. Then if I tap on the arrow, it will drop down the details again, the rest of the details for me to see. Then 10, then 5 again. Then the deal amount when it sold everything, okay, it gave 0.39% profit. Okay, so the profit adds up to the deal amount. So you see everything on the transaction record. Then another sell again. This is 50, then 9, then 19. Then it gave a profit of 1.56. The profit of 124 is added to the amount that was used to purchase. So this is the transaction record. Is that clear? Have you learned a lot of things? Now, don't be so hard on yourself thinking, whatever I'm teaching, I have to get all today. No. Don't forget, Rome wasn't built in a day. Learning, it's a process. It's a continuous thing. But if you attend today, then the next time we see you again is 6 months' time or 1 year time. Hey, this one there. You now they do yourself, oh, meaning you don't want money. All right, so let's go to strategy. If you are trading a coin, you would see it under strategy. Now, under the strategy, we still have the bell button here. Okay, we have the bell button here. You don't need to go back to home to check it. It's over here. Now the only change is this button. Now make sure show statistics is showing if you want us to see the total you have in trade. Hide position details will hide the data under the coin you are trading. Then pin coins to be delisted. It's good for this to be on. So if they are delisting a coin, you are not tempted to go and trade that mistakenly. Okay? Then you tap on save to save the changes. All right. So below you would see your actual USDT. When you go into your Binance, you should see this capital there. If it's 1,000 you have, you should see it there. But always use the refresh button to refresh it. If you don't want anybody to see your money, you can tap on the eye and protect people from seeing it. Okay? All right. Let's see if we can enter the second signal. I know people trade on the futures here. Let me see if there are any future signal. I have so many pending messages. Okay, let me go to the Bangwa group because that is where most of you are. The two. Hey, who shared the link here? Leader Julius. Hey. Why today you guys don't you have meetings? Hey. Okay, so this is a signal. Unfortunately, I missed it whilst I was teaching. So this signal, the most important thing is don't trade after 3 minutes from now. Meaning, currently it's 9:20 my time. There's no way I can enter this trade because it was posted my time 8:19. So 19, 20, 21, 22. If I see it's 8:22, I dare not enter. Okay. I think it has even sold. Oh no, it has not sold yet, but still it's dangerous to enter. So let's assume I want to enter this trade. Swell. So I have to check if I'm on the futures, not the spot. If you're on the spot, tap on the arrow and simply change it. Okay, then you confirm. But let's go to futures. What do? I first go to search. The name of the coin is Swell. It's not showing here. It's showing no data because I've never traded it on this. So I switch to all. Then voila, it brings it out. Then I click on it. Once I tap on it, I understand, create. Then what do? What is the instruction? After searching for the coin, they said long position means it's going up. Okay? So I go to my royal queue again, long and short. I'll make sure I'm on long, not short. Then I tap on trade settings. What else do I have to do? I have to choose my trade settings because this is the default one. So I'll tap on choose a strategy setting, then I'll choose any of my settings, okay? The next instruction, take profit 1.2%. So I'll enter 1.2. Then what else do we have again? 10x. So I'll change the leverage. Then I understand. I'll turn off my AI margin call. Strategy mode, warehouse mode. So I'll make sure it's on whole warehouse mode. I don't change it. That is the instructions for that signal. And the next thing I would like to change is the first buying amount. Now, 391 swell will give us 5 USDT. So, to get my first buying amount, if I'm using 10x, it simply means the robot will not even use exactly 5 because it's multiplication of 10. Okay. So I'm going to perhaps add 1 0, depending on how much you want to use to trade. Okay. If I add 1 0 to it, because it is 10x, the robot will end up using only my actual figure 5, but will give me profit based on the 50 USDT. Okay, because it's the 10x. So I'm going to save, then I activate. This one, there is no preset price here. I just activate because the instruction is okay. Once you don't see any preset, it means you are entering at current price. Sometimes you might see CMP. It means current market price. Okay. So then I enter. This one I'm explaining. That is why it's taking long. But let's assume I'm not explaining. Let me pick another trade. AVE. This was the one that I missed. AAVE. So I go to search AAVE. Then I tap on it. You have to open your eyes and see if what you typed, the result you got was the exact. Okay. Then I tap on create. Now I'm just doing my own thing. It's long. 3x to 10x. So I'm already on long. I go to trade settings, manually create. Then I choose the settings that I have. What I'll only edit is the first buying amount. I put 1. So 1 will give me 330. So I must have like 33 to be able to buy 331. Okay, so I'll just reduce it to maybe 0.5. 0.5 will give me, yes, 160. 0.5 will give me 0.5. Yeah, 165. So in total, it will use $16. Then I'll save. I'll not edit the take profit ratio. The only thing I'll edit is the 10x. If it's not 10x, I'll put the 10x. Then I save. Then I first enter because I need to secure my position first. Once I enter, I can now come back to trade settings after it has bought. Then I'll change my take profit quickly to whatever percentage we've been asked to sell at. Okay, so this is 1%, but the 1,000 bonk was 1.2, and that one sold before I joined the Zoom. Okay, so I'll maintain this to be 1. Then I save. The robot does the rest. Okay, all right. So I think too much of everything is bad. I've been talking for 1 hour, 30 minutes. Do you have any questions? Kindly tap on reactions, raise your hands up, and I'm going to address your questions. Ooh, there are no stupid questions. Germans will say Fragen kostenlos. You don't pay anything if you ask questions. So ask, raise your hands up. My co-host, let me know if someone raised their hands up. Let me lower my hand. Thanks, thanks, thanks. I see the clapping and the laugh and the kisses. I receive all in good faith and good faith. So, guys, do you have any questions? If you don't have any questions, it means either you didn't understand the whole show or you understood the whole show. So, which is which? Which is which, my people? Hey, so because today, today there was no crypto ambassadors meeting, so I'm like, hey, which soldiers are here like that? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? But the Zoom is recorded, so you can rewatch as many times on my YouTube channel. Okay. Okay, since nobody has raised their hands up, let me check the chat to see if there are any questions. Uh Take water, please. Oh, Aisha, thank you, my dear. Yes, Bonk has paid. Great. Please, how do I get my profit in percentage like the one you guys always drop in the group? So you mean the take profit percentage? You want to know how to generate it. Is that it, Aisha? Kindly let me know if that is it. Eh, someone is saying I should speak French or what? You will need a French version. Please, French version, you need to contact Leader Aminata. Leader Aminata, are you still here? Just raise your hands up so that You can drop your French meetings, or you can also follow on her YouTube channel. She has a YouTube channel. You can follow her there. You get a lot of explanations in Francais. Okay, great. Stella says, thank you, Leader Doris. I've learned a lot. Wow, which Stella is this? Is this Stella in my team? Because I had one Stella. I don't know if you're the one. Bo, Botumelo. This name is very difficult. Boy Tumelo. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it well. He or she is asking when is the next presentation. So I do these meetings Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Germany time. I don't know which country you are joining in from. 8 p.m. every time. I also do the prospect meetings on Mondays. So if you have any new person or new prospect who wants to know more about the Royal Q opportunity, you can invite them to this the same link I use for the Mondays as well. Okay, so you can invite them. Then Saturdays, I do the international presentation. This Mondays and Wednesdays is just for my team members, but anybody is welcome to attend. But the Saturday one is for crypto ambassadors. So we use that link. We don't use my personal link. Okay. Ben's iPhone is saying, please, the money showing on my dashboard on Royal Q is 342, but my exchange shows 487 on my unified trading. Please, how is that? So, my dear, the 342 you are seeing on your Royal Q is your USDT balance, but the 487 is total. Okay, so you have to, if you want to check what is on your Royal Q, it has to be your USDT asset. You need to check it against in your exchange, either USDT or USDC. So, Ben's iPhone. I hope you do that corrections and get it right. So Stella said, no, I'm from Malawi. Okay, it's not you, indeed. Aisha, thanks for the excellent and mind-blowing presentation. Yes. Okay, so your answer. Okay. So if you want to get the percentages, you need to use the trading view. Okay, and you need to use some special indicators to be able to get the percentages. Okay. Uh there are free meetings on that, but the time for Germany is 6:30 a.m. If I'm not mistaken, Leader Doris can correct me. Then, oh, okay. My sister is still in the meeting. Kusa is still in the meeting. She's watching back to back. Okay, so Mr. Ennis says, it's wonderful. I've learned something I've struggled to understand for quite some time. Oh, when I hear things like this, when I hear messages like this, my heart melts. I'm like, oh, thank God, Mr. Ennis. I'm redeemed. We thank God you are redeemed. Kudos to you, leader. Thank you, my dear. All right, so Trishna is asking, thank you so much, leader Doris Angel. What is compounding all about, please? Okay, that's a great question. So, Trishna, the compounding, okay. So there was this strategy we introduced in our team. Was it last year or last 2 years? We named it 3%, 300 times strategy. So whatever money you have, okay, let's assume you have $100. You trade with 100, okay, and you made a profit 3% based on the 100, not 50, not 20, not 30, but all the 100. Whatever profit you make, the next trade that you are entering into, you have to make sure the profit is added to your next trade. So let's say if you made a profit of $5, we need to add the $5 to your 100. It simply means you will not be withdrawing your profit out, okay? Because you are compounding. So next time you are not entering into the market with 100, but 105. So we'll make 3% of 105. Then we enter with another 105 the next trade. That is what we call compounding. But you can use the compounding calculator to calculate it. I think there are lots of videos on it on YouTube, okay, on the Crypto Ambassadors channel. and other Royal Q users who have their YouTube channels as well. So that is what the compounding is all about. Why do the coins I trade on spot remain in my Binance? Estelle, I think I know Estelle. Do I know you, Estelle? Okay. So the coins that you trade on spot remain in your Binance. I don't understand your question. Sorry, I was having an incoming call. What do you mean by that? Let's assume you traded bonk USDT. It has sold off. Do you still see the bonk in your exchange still there with the asset in it, with the full asset in it? Is that what you mean? You have to rephrase your question. Now, let me give the two scenarios. If you trade an asset, okay, you buy the asset with the Royal Q app, it has bought for you in your exchange. You need to see it because that is where the real money is. Royal Q is just serving like a mirror and a financial tool aiding you to be able to purchase those coins. Now, sometimes when it sells off completely, okay, like you get a notification on Royal Q, that new sale, like everything is sold off. But on your exchange, you still see the assets in the trade, like the coin. It didn't move it to your USDT. There could be two reasons. One, the quantity that Royal Q bought for you is not the same quantity you have in your Binance. If there is a sell, it will show abnormal operation. Why? Because the robot said, I bought 10 quantity. So if I'm selling and I notice that, what is in the exchange is different from the 10 quantity I bought, it will say abnormal order or abnormal operation. So therefore, it will be in profit in your exchange. So you have to go and convert it from bonk into USDT. Now, another scenario, the coin has sold all right, the quantity, everything matched, everything was perfect. But it left a small cents, sometimes to just $1. We call it crypto dust. You have to convert all into BNB or whatever exchange you are using. If they have a native token, you need to convert it into that native token and later convert it into USDT if it's too much. But if it's not too much, leave it in that native token because the exchanges charges what we call maker and taker fees. Okay. So yes, that is it, Estelle. Thank you very much for the presentation. Much appreciated. I've learned a lot as a newcomer. I'm in Botswana. Oh, nice, Botsumelo. Okay. So nobody has raised their hands up. It means you guys understood everything. Oh, Dr. Kadi Young is here. In my team, I have a lot of doctors, pastors, pastors' wives, deaconess, deacons. Mr. Charles too is here. Hey, the rest of the people there, I'm sure they are from crypto ambassadors, so I'll not call everybody. Dr. John, hey, I'm sure Dr. John is not in my team because I would have known him. Yeah. So guys, since there are no questions, I'm going to stop the recording so we don't have a long recording.